Why are so many Democrat-controlled cities struggling with crime, homelessness, and a decline in quality of life? Cities like San Francisco, Chicago, and Portland are facing some serious challenges, and we are going to explore why that may be happening. Let's talk about some of the cities that are dealing with these issues, like San Francisco, for example, which not long ago it was a tourist hotspot famous for its beautiful sights like the Golden Gate Bridge. But now it's a different story. You have visible homelessness everywhere, a street lined with tents, and drug use happening right in front of our eyes. In fact, it has gotten so bad that people started using something called the poop map to avoid stepping in human waste on the street. Yeah, that's really bad. And here's the kicker. The states where homelessness is the highest, California, Oregon, New York, Washington, and Hawaii, they are all run by Democrats. So why is this happening? Well, there are a few reasons for this. Let's find out. The first reason is rent control. We simply need more housing. We don't need rent controls. It sounds good on paper, helping people afford their homes. But the reality is that rent control policies often discourage builders. Who is going to want to build a house when they cannot have a profit? Developers just are not interested in building when they cannot charge market rates, which only makes the housing shortage even worse, because if there is no new house, someone is going to be left out without a house. So instead of making it easier for people to find affordable places to live, it actually pushes people into homelessness. The next problem is lenient drug policies. Many Democrat-led states have adopted a more relaxed drug policy.
This neighborhood is very drug infested. It's a lot of heroin, K2, fentanyl, and xylazine.
Even decriminalizing hard drugs in some cases. While the intention is to reduce the penalty for drug users, it leads to open-air drug markets in major cities. The result? More addiction, more homelessness, and more people living on the streets. And then there is the issue of soft on crime policies. Reduced penalties for theft and drug possessions have made some places a haven for shoplifting, street crimes, and other illegal activities.
Tonight, the urgent manhunt for dozens of robbers targeting department stores and luxury brands in highly coordinated and often violent smash and grabs.
Small businesses are closing down and residents are feeling less safe. So there are cities that are struggling to keep order, and as a result, it's getting harder to live there. Another big factor is the general welfare programs. While the goal of these programs is to help those in need, they can also act as a magnet for homeless individuals from other states. Free healthcare, food assistance, and cash benefits, they all sound great, but they can create an incentive for people to move to places with the most generous service, whether or not they have a permanent residence in those places or not. Now, you may be wondering, what do all these issues have in common? Well, it is democratic leadership. While these policies may be well-intentioned, they often prioritize progressive ideas over practical solutions. Instead of focusing on things like enforcing laws, building more affordable housing, and tackling addiction head-on, the focus seems to be more in enabling behavior, and these enabling behaviors are harming those cities. In the end, it's created an environment where many people wouldn't want to raise their family, and where taxpayers, they feel like they are not getting anything worth their money that they are paying in taxes, and where entrepreneurs find it tough to start and grow their businesses due to excessive regulation and crime. But here's the thing, the problem isn't about lack of compassion. In fact, many of these policies come from a place of empathy. The issue is that sometimes this empathy can be counterproductive, even damaging to the community as a whole. And if you speak out against these policies, you are often labeled as someone who just doesn't care about people in need, even if you are just trying to point out that something isn't working. So what's the takeaway here? While it's great to have policies that help people, they also need to be balanced with practical solutions that actually address the root cause of these issues. Compassion should lead to effective change, not just enabling behavior that causes more harm in the long run. It is a tough situation, but if these cities want to get back on track, they are going to have to rethink their approach. Well, that's it for today. I would like to hear your opinion about what can these Democrat-led cities can do to improve themselves. Thank you so much for watching, and until soon. Peace.